Thank you, Chairwoman Fox, Ranking Member McGovern, members of the committee. This is not a big, beautiful bill. It's a big, fat, ugly bill. It has wrinkles, warts, festering sores, and scars. And while Republicans are trying to put makeup and lipstick on this ugly creature to enhance its appearance, it's still ugly. And I'm here this evening to try and remove just a couple of warts with two amendments. The first is an amendment that addresses food insecurity experienced by military families by removing the barriers they face in applying for SNAP benefits. According to the most recent estimates by the Department of Defense, 28%, or nearly 1 in 3 of U.S. military families face food insecurity. Junior enlisted and military families of color struggle to put food on the table. This phenomenon even affects double military families, young couples just starting out where both spouses are enlisted. Experts believe that many families suffer in silence due to the stigma surrounding hunger and receiving nutrition benefits. Meanwhile, food pantries and food banks operate on or near every single military base in the United States. Military spouse unemployment is 7 times the national average as well. Frequent moves associated with the military lifestyle and the lack of affordable child care also strain household finances for low-ranking, low-pay military families. My amendment would address food insecurity among active duty service members by excluding the basic allowance for housing from SNAP income eligibility. These men and women of armed forces cannot use the basic allowance for housing to feed themselves or their families. It can only be used for housing. Makes no sense that we're including the BAH as proof that junior service members make too much. They were making minimum wage before this latest NDAA raised their pay. Even with the recent pay increase, our troops are using that increase for the exorbitant cost of child care, not for food. It's a tragedy that many of our nation's military can't afford to put food on the table and face serious barriers to assistance. Those who fight for our freedom should not have to fight for food. My second amendment will right a wrong that the Republican leadership in the House of Representatives has been dragging its feet to correct. This amendment would simply insert the language of Senate Bill 1077, which would allow the District of Columbia to keep its budget intact rather than impounding local revenue that was collected by the city to fund its police officers, firefighters, teachers, medical services, and all the essential services the city provides for its residents and visitors. As you all know, the measure passed the Senate unanimously by voice vote, but House Republicans have refused to consider it, despite President Trump strongly supporting the measure. I'm not suggesting that my colleagues should support it simply because President Trump does, but I say this to point out the overwhelming support this provision enjoys. It's time to stop playing politics with the citizens of our nation's capital. This is the seat of our federal government, housing our 3 co-equal branches, the Congress, the executive branch, and the judiciary, and it should be given the equal dignity and respect that any other political jurisdiction in our country enjoys. It is their local tax dollars, and they should be allowed to use them as Congress has authorized in the D.C. Home Rule Act. Remove this wart, remove these 2 warts, and pass a bill that takes care of the American people. I urge the adoption of these 2 amendments to remove these 2 warts on an ugly, ugly bill. I yield back.